Hey!
This is JJ and Alex.
I made a name for myself. I told you I won't be denied.
As you wrap up your day, it's time to get your fix of the teams you live for and the sports you love. This is JJ and Alex on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome on in. Thanks for being a part of the program. JJ and Alex, 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone. JJ, good to see you in that seat, man.
Good to be here.
I mean, I love Sly. Sly's the best.
He is the best.
But
you guys had some great shows while I was gone.
There's, we only had
and
one.
what better person to fill in around the Super Bowl, right?
That's true. We only had 1.5 shows, technically. Yesterday was a shorter one. But
I'm cool. I'm glad that technology kind of allowed me to join you guys. Like, we did a full 2 segments on Friday, and then I was able to join you for I almost made you late for the Jazz game yesterday.
It was my fault. It was my fault.
I had so much to talk about.
But yeah, no, it was partly your fault. You know what? I'm gonna go back to mostly your fault.
You can blame me.
All right?
It's okay.
No, I got to get out on time. I'm the one who's sitting here in the studio. So here's the deal. I do want to get a little bit of a vibe. Like, travel logs aren't great on the radio typically.
No,
like,
I'm not going to give you a travel
then I got out of the
cares.
air. So then I got
Nobody
the Uber.
cares what I ate for dinner after a live shot the other night.
But from the, like, put yourself in the shoes of a fan.
Yeah.
Try to, because it's been a long time since you've experienced mostly games in your life as this role of not really having
I've become a grizzled sports broadcaster. I'm calloused.
No, it's not that. It's none of those things. You have a terrible attitude. No. So what I'm saying is like it has washed away some of that. Try to put yourself in the shoes of the fan. What was that feeling for somebody who maybe did spend the $4,800 to walk into the stadium?
Boy, I tell you what, Alex, I'm walking out with a lot of Seahawks fans that you could feel the joy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they were just wasted. No,
well, that too.
There was that too.
I'm sure there was plenty of that, but whatever.
Gosh.
Like the joy that comes from winning a Super Bowl, and you were there for it.
I know.
Like, you get look, it's expensive. The Super Bowl tickets are insane. But I'll tell all of you listening, if for some reason you have the means, and
if for some reason
team is in it,
your aunt dies,
and you're thinking, should I really pull the trigger and do this? At least do it once.
Okay.
Do it once. Bucket list type thing. Okay, like if you're a longtime fan of the Arizona Cardinals and somehow, some way they end up in a Super Bowl, you get together with like a couple of buddies, or you and your wife, or whatever it might be, or you and your husband, or whatever is going on with who you want to go to this game with, you and your son, you and your daughter. Okay. I don't care.
2 human beings walking into the
stadium. 2 human beings who love that team together. Go do it, because
hey, football is football. Okay, love is love. Football is football. Is that where you're going with this?
The halftime show, Bad Bunny taught us that.
Oh my goodness.
The only thing more powerful than hate is love.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny. I think you got it wrong. But yeah,
I didn't mean for that to all go that way. But
I actually did see a meme of when we were watching this. First of all, the grass had people in them.
There were people.
They were people,
and it's funny. So I
was
back
waiting
seat
for them to dance, and they never did.
Do you know what's cool? All those people that were in those things, they got to take a piece of it and keep it as a souvenir.
Oh, I would have done that anyway.
And they got paid pretty good too.
Well, I'm sure they did.
I think they made like $1,200 to do the whole thing, because they had to audition. There's not
you had to audition for Plant.
You had to. They had to do rehearsals.
Oh yeah.
And so they rehearsed a lot before the show.
Well, the grass guys, they didn't have to rehearse.
You had to know where you were going.
Yeah. Okay.
It's crazy what it takes to put together a halftime show.
Well, bottom line is, the grass guys got out there, and I told my wife, I go, because they're running through the field, they're going through the fields almost like a corn maze in Utah County or something, and you're looking at it.
Little corn bellies action, Super Bowl 60.
I've seen this before. I took a lady friend to one of them places.
Oh,
so
great date idea.
I was like, if you're like kind of field level, you don't see anything going on.
Right.
And sure enough, I saw all the pictures surfacing of people who are going, I don't know what's going on back there, but it sounds great. And you just saw people running around.
It's definitely made for TV.
You just saw. I told my wife that. I go, the thing that is if you're watching this at the Super Bowl, she goes, I bet none of those people can see. I go, it doesn't matter, because if you do see them, they're being followed around by 14 cameras. right? You've got directors on the thing that are pulling things away. As soon as they pass a part that they're not using anymore, they're like, get out of here. So all of that it's all made for TV.
Well, I'll be honest with you. The stadium was pretty dead during the performance until Lady Gaga came out. Just saying.
I would have
The place
gone
went nuts after that, and then Ricky showed up, and then everybody was into it. And,
Ricky has
Bad Bunny ended well. He jumping off the thing and into the crowd, and then the whole flag thing was cool and everything.
Well,
I don't know why we're talking about the halftime show, but
because you were there in the building.
I'm giving you the vibe in person.
All right.
That was the reaction of the crowd. Is they're like, it was dead. It was weird.
So if you can afford it, we'll see you
If you can afford it, go see your favorite team at the Super Bowl. And for Seahawks fans that made that investment, even for the Patriots fans that went and it didn't go their way, you were part of history. You were there.
Sure.
And you got to take it all in. It's a great experience. It's a great sports experience if you go there and you're part of all the festivities and you go to a few events, make a weekend of it. You can have a great time. Yes, it's very expensive, but it's a memory you'll have for the rest of your life, especially if you take somebody that means a lot to you, if you go to do it together.
Our producer, Alex Napolis, also was in San Francisco over the weekend. Were you one of the trees? Were you one of the grass field guys?
I snuck in somehow.
Okay, good. I was wondering. I love that Napolis goes, no, flights out there were actually really cheap because, he's like, I don't know why. I'm like, you went to Super Bowl Sunday out in San Francisco where the Super Bowl was. You're not going to the Super Bowl. He's like, absolutely not. And you know what he said? The first thing he did when he came in today, because you guys were both out of town in San Francisco, walking by each other, assumingly, and you didn't even see each other. And Napolis goes, that game's, what was the quote?
That game sucked.
He was like, and I had to agree with him.
Do you know why the game sucked? Because the Seahawks were that good.
I'm glad. But there's also part of me that goes, and Drake May just ain't it yet. Maybe
he's
one of these years
he's not quite ready for prime time, and the Patriots weren't either. That offensive line got blown up. Their defense did well. Forcing 5 field goals was pretty impressive. But, there was a clear – if you look back on the season now, and I know you're being humble because you're a Seahawks fan.
Nah.
That Seahawks team was actually really dominant this year. It was just kind of, for some reason, under the radar because nobody expected them to be dominant. But they had 3 losses this year, so they go 17-3, right?
Yep.
How many points combined were those losses?
I'm not sure what were the losses.
It's like around 9 points total that they lost 3 games by.
Another crazy Seahawks stat.
They dominated this year. They were the best team.
The point differential that the Seahawks had through their run of the playoffs was regular season and playoffs. The point differential that they had this season was the best by any team in the NFL since the 1999 Rams, the best show on turf. And they got that because of, scoring 43 points a game. But the Seahawks ran it up on some teams, man. If you remember. But, even the Legion of Boom, point differential, you have to have a great defense, you have to have a good offense. Their offense was just kind of But that team that we call the dark side, the Legion of Boom didn't achieve that. They didn't have that type of point differential, so... it's crazy. All right.
They didn't turn the ball over in the postseason.
And then the best thing you ate this weekend?
Korean barbecue.
Oh.
Yeah.
How about you, Nicholas?
You should have
shot at the street glizzies.
This is not a no. The street glizzies are taking a shot at you right now, my guy.
Look, if you're gonna get a street glizzy, it better be from a trusted source. You are playing with fire, my friend.
Well, no, you wish the fire was on because apparently it didn't heat up.
You doing
enough.
all right in there?
Napolis is not feeling well, and I said, "What's going on?" He goes, "Well, the person he was hanging out, they were hanging out this weekend. Some friends, they also got sick." Well, what happened? Well, we suspect it was the meal that we had together. This romantic meal over a grocery cart that it was grilled on top of outside of Dodger Stadium. No,
never trust a street glizzy.
Street glizzy, and then for sure he gets food poisoning. Confirmed.
You're playing hurt today. I respect it.
Does this keep you off street glizzies for a while, or do you think that it, not like today, I'm saying like next week, if you saw a decent one, would you be like, oh yeah, that's wrapped in bacon?
No,
you're off of it for a while?
We're taking a pass on the street glizzies for a
You're
little bit.
going to walk around one of those chef's outfits where you have the thermometer in the side arm so you can be like, let me check this real quick. No, we're not there yet. That's disgusting, bro. All right.
Learn something from Napolis. Never trust a street glizzy.
Street glizzy. Oh, that's my new rapper name. That's my new rapper name. I got to do it. Okay? What's up, street glizzy? Making people sick across the nation. That's what I do. Let's get into the show officially. Now that we got the Super Bowl out of the way, we're going to kick off some things. This is a fun discussion. I want to talk a little bit about some college football. Anytime we can find an excuse to talk about college football, we're going to do it. So let's kick off the program here with the cut. Jump right in here.
It's time for the biggest story of the day. This is what made the cut with JJ and Alex on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
All right. So I like this article because I was looking at it and I was like, I want to ask these same questions to our esteemed colleagues here in the studio as we go through here. How do you define success for the first-year college football coaches across the land? And I thought this was great because let's throw it in there because you got a couple of local guys. You got some Big 12 teams in there as well. So I want you to really kind of think about where all these teams are and what expectations are. I want to start first with Utah because that's the one that obviously makes, that's the one that's here, man. This is the team here. And don't worry, we'll be able to lament the past of Kyle Whittingham being here in just a moment because he is also a first-year coach of the program. So the average clear-thinking Utah football fan, JJ, what would their reality of the expectations be for them year one after you've just walked away from a Hall of Fame coach, but you knew what to pick up. You knew who was going to take over. So it's not like, oh, he left and we didn't know it. Oh, and then this guy, you knew who you were getting.
Yeah.
But expectation-wise, and I'm talking about from a wins-losses standpoint or whatever you want to do, whatever you want to call it, what version of that. It doesn't have to be wins and losses, but what should a Utah fan actually be thinking about should be the expectations for this team this year?
Do you want the realistic expectation or the fantasy?
No. I don't want the guy.
You're asking a fan to be level-headed.
Yes.
And objective.
Yeah, then that's tough to do. I get it. But I'm saying the ones that are out there, but we know those people. We interact with fans enough that they go.
And I don't blame you. Hey, you're a fan. You want to win.
The vocal minority says they suck, they're going to lose 2 games. Or the other part of the vocal minority says they're probably going to go 11-1, and that's my expectation. If they don't, it's a failed season. So the reality is what for the first year of Morgan Scally, the head coach of the University of Utah?
The reality is winning at the same rate you won last year. Why? Other than here's let's look at their roster. What do they have to replace? What do they have coming back on offense? What do they have coming back on defense? Let's start there. So what are the expectations with 2 returning quarterbacks, not just one, but 2.
Yeah, that's true.
That are very dynamic. And if you can get Dampier healthy, which we assume he will be, and it's crazy what he was playing with last year. And I hate that we have to make judgments based on guys' performance when we don't know what they're dealing with. But he had a sports hernia in addition to that ankle injury. He comes back. What does he look like next year, his senior year at Utah? And how do they mix Bird Ficklin into the equation with this offense that is going to be a little bit different, right? You have a new offensive coordinator, and I think it could be very good, but what does it look like? And then you also have to factor in the schedule. I'm looking at their schedule. It's not tough.
No Texas Tech.
Your toughest non-conference is Arkansas. There's no Texas Tech.
Is that, by the way, is the Arkansas game up here at Rice Eccles?
Yes.
I think it is, right?
It's in Salt Lake City.
It's a home game, yeah.
So, look.
Play BYU up here on the hill, yeah.
Idaho is your FCS tune-up.
Boy.
You got Arkansas coming in. You're going to be ready for that, and you're going to be relatively healthy. My biggest question for Utah is what to expect from the offensive line. You're losing 2 potential first-round picks. You're losing the Outland Trophy winner in Spencer Fano.
Yeah. You're
losing a potential first-round pick in Caleb Lomu. And then the interior was – They were overshadowed by the greatness of those guys on the outside. But that interior was experienced and senior. They were good. They were really good. You got to replace 5 starters? How are they going to do that?
And, by the way, a brand-new offensive line coach.
Yes.
So you're bringing in that everybody's looking at Jordan Gross going, love that guy.
Everybody loves Jordan Gross, but you haven't done this before.
Right, haven't seen him do it before.
So there's some uncertainty there. I have total confidence that Jordan Gross is going to do great. Don't get me wrong.
So you think that the way
I have no idea if he's going to do great.
This is a lateral move for Utah with Morgan Scally and the new thing with the new situation. All those guys you just mentioned. I feel like the offensive line one that you just mentioned alone is worth docking 1 or 2 wins.
Well, but the schedule's not as tough. That's you got to factor in schedule, returning personnel, new coaches, and that's what we're doing in this exercise to get the proper expectations. They went 11-2 in 2025.
I actually think that's a pretty high expectation.
It was the 4th best season in Utah football history.
That's
It just
crazy.
didn't end the way the other big seasons ended.
Yeah, sure.
Right? They had a better record this year than they did in their Rose Bowl
Yeah,
appearances.
I know. 10-4, both of those years.
They were really good last year, and it got overshadowed because they didn't make it. They didn't make it to the Big 12 championship game. There was 2 teams that finished ahead of them. But you're looking at the schedule. Can they make it to that Big 12 championship game in 2026? And I'm going to go through their non-conference real quick, and we can answer that question to give you the proper number. At Iowa State, that team was decimated in the offseason. Matt Campbell's not there anymore. And before Matt Campbell was there, Iowa State was a tire fire. They sucked. Okay? Kansas. Do you take Kansas serious? Like, Jaden Daniels
still
is gone,
can't.
and he wasn't any good.
I still can't. And
Are
I
you
think,
buying Kansas?
No, because the promise of Lance Leipold bringing the program
I've learned
to,
my lesson on Kansas.
I'm
They're
not.
mid.
Yeah.
Okay? They're mid.
I'm there too.
Okay, so that's 2 dubs. So right now I'm looking at 5-0. No offense to Utah State. I don't think the Aggies are ready yet to go down to the Rice-Eccles Stadium and beat a team this talented. So I'm already looking at a 5-0 start. You're going to Colorado on October 17th. What's Colorado got coming back? This Utah team's going to beat them. We're at 6-0 already. Now here's your first challenge.
You could convince yourself of every one of these opponents. You could dog the opponent a little bit and then go, yeah, they're not going to be any good. The thing
Utah's
is,
better on paper than
there
Colorado.
are so many, but okay,
There's,
the Colorado,
there's not another transfer portal coming.
But the
there's
Kansas,
nothing that's going to save the Buffs.
Look, our alt universe, JJ and Alex over in Kansas right now is having this discussion. They go, and we're bringing back a lot of starters, including a full offensive line. And, okay, let's look at their schedule. They play Utah, no offensive line coming back, lose their coach. So they're making those same arguments the other
They've got
direction.
2 dynamic. Who has better quarterbacks coming back right now outside of Utah?
I agree.
And BYU. And
I
then
agree.
Obviously, Texas Tech stole Cincinnati's quarterback.
Yeah.
So with their wealth of riches. Houston, October 24th. But Houston's a good team.
Houston's good
This
now.
is their big test,
Yeah.
but they're coming to Salt Lake City. Utah is going to be able to win that game. You're going at Cincinnati. What's
I have no
Cincinnati
idea.
got coming back?
No, I have no idea.
You can't wa-
Not Brendan
Okay.
Sorsby. obviously.
BYU is coming to Salt Lake City this year. I don't right now. I'm picking BYU, but that could change in the offseason.
Hey,
When
easy does it. We're not doing our predictions.
I'm
for
not
next
doing it
year
yet. I'm just
Come on.
taking you through an exercise. This is why Utah could win a lot of games next year. Next at Arizona, that's going to be tough. At TCU, they don't have Hoover anymore. And then they finish with West Virginia. You think Rich Rod's going to have that thing up and running by the end of next year?
I think Bob Huggins can come back and start coaching
Okay.
some football.
So you get my point. All right? The questions are the offensive
So
line.
wait, did you
There's
make
questions with the coaching
Did
staff.
you just say they're 11-0 then?
That's not what I'm saying.
Is that what I just got
That's
from
not what
this
I'm saying.
conversation?
That's not what I'm saying. But my argument is that schedule's not
Okay.
daunting.
All right.
It's not tough.
Until
Okay.
it is, and teams make moves, and we have no idea.
Who is?
JJ, the Big
They've
12,
already made the moves. There's no spring
JJ,
transfer portal.
It's not about that. It's about whether or not they turn into something different because this Big 12 has been so freaking impossible to pick top
Houston,
to bottom both
BYU,
years.
Arizona will be really tough. Can Utah win 2 of those 3? Can they win 1 of those 3? If they do, you're probably looking at a 9 or 10 win season. So in the article you pulled up, what do they have as 9 wins or more? Can the Utah win 9 games or more in 2026? Absolutely they can.
Yeah.
Absolutely they can.
this-
Is that the realistic expectation? I'm going to set it at 9 wins.
Oh, that's what this article put,
Utah
too.
should
9
win
wins.
9 games
Okay.
next year based on schedule and based on personnel returning.
Okay.
And if they don't, then Utah fans should be disappointed. Morgan Scally should be
See,
disappointed.
and that's the other part of this equation is, let's talk about a reality for an expectation. Why wouldn't you expect that Utah could win 9 games the year after they won 11? Certainly you could expect that.
Schedule's easier.
Yeah, all right. I'm convinced. All right, Kyle Whittingham. According to this article, it says college football playoff is the expectation. But then they have this thing that says and or beat Ohio State. And I thought, that is really hilarious that they put that
That's
much
the new
weight
world he
behind
lives
that
in.
game,
And
right?
isn't Kyle going to love that the whole most important game on your schedule is against your
know.
rival and you're expected to win that game or it's a bust?
Right, but if you
Familiar
you gotta-
territory for him?
Well, look, how do we treat Ohio State? You know, they're like, they don't win the Big Ten championship, and people are like, these guys are garbage.
Yeah.
You know, and then they ran it up this year against Michigan, right? Like it was not even close.
They crushed them this year.
So
they were
great.
much better.
And so he gets a pass because of that. And it's the thing he couldn't get that monkey off his back. So I get it. So college football playoff and or beat Ohio State. But what's the reality? What's the reality of Kyle Whittingham and this new staff that he's bringing in? I'm just, when you're unfamiliar with the talent that you're inheriting, that might be a little bit of a learning curve for you. Is it unreasonable to think that Bryce Underwood is the starting quarterback because it's going to take you to the promised land? They had a decent year this year, but they were never
a top
in the
25 team.
But they were never in the conversation of everybody else in the Big Ten who was going to be in the college football playoff.
Because
they were never
weren't
there.
as good as Indiana and Ohio State and Oregon.
Or Oregon, yeah.
And who was there another team you can throw in there from the Big Ten that was great last year? I mean, Illinois didn't turn out to be what everyone thought they were.
They had a good start. But
Penn State flopped.
Yeah, so I think that you're looking at a team that
Could
probably
you get
is.
a fourth Big Ten team in the playoff next year? Because I expect Indiana to be back. I don't know. They went out and got Josh Hoover at quarterback. They're not going to take a step back. Ohio State's got Jeremiah Smith and Sayin coming back. Ohio State's going to be the preseason number 1 pick. And you look at Oregon, they're not going anywhere. Dante Moore's coming back. How's Michigan breaking through that top 3? They're not. But there could be a fourth Big Ten team in the playoff. There was plenty of SEC teams in the playoff this year, undeservedly.
Does Kyle Whittingham win a national title before he's done it at Michigan?
It's possible because it's been done before, and you're playing in the Big Ten. You have the money, you have the resources. All you need is the proper program, and I think that's Kyle Whittingham's strength. Is he's able to have that type of program where you have the structure, the discipline, the framework that is required as long as everybody buys in to make it happen. Can he instill that program that he used to turn Utah into a perennial top 25 team? If he instills that in that program at Michigan with the amount of talent and resources that they're able to dip into, why not? What's stopping him? What's stopping them?
From a national standpoint, let's just do a couple big ones. Lane Kiffin. Expectations at LSU.
Playoffs or bust.
Really?
Why did they go hire him?
Yeah. No, you're true. And
if
why
they hire him and he doesn't do any better than Brian Kelly, then what are they doing?
He's cheating at a level that national championships are won with. So there you go. Matt Campbell at Penn State.
I think 8 or 9 wins. You got to get back on that other side. Now, Penn State actually bounced back nicely and got to a bowl game after Franklin was let go. After the struggles of the early season, they're able to get off their feet a little bit and perform well. They've got a lot of talent, and I think that Matt Campbell brought a lot of talent with him from Iowa State. He has a quarterback with experience. I think Penn State wins 8 or 9 games. I don't think they can break into that top 4, which would get them in the playoff.
Well, according to this list, the playoff is the expectation for Penn State.
Oh, my gosh.
The playoff I know.
How many Big Ten teams can make the playoff, guys?
I know.
You can't have 7 or 8. Like, there's got to be a line. There's got to be a cutoff. I can't imagine more than 4. And who's in better position to make the jump next year, Michigan or Penn State? I would vote Michigan. Michigan was in a better situation this year. They were in the top 25 when the season ended. They just had a coach that made some incredibly stupid decisions, and they had to go out and get a new coach. And what did they do? They landed one of the top 10 coaches in college football in Kyle Whittingham.
Yeah.
So why would they take a step backwards? They're going to go forwards. They're going to have that new offense with Coach Beck. I have so many reasons to think that Michigan is going to be better in 2026 than they were in 2025. And they lost a bowl game. Didn't finish the way they wanted to, but that Michigan team was a top 25 football team last year.
Real quickly here.
The cupboard's not bare.
How about, real quick, the Florida job, John Summerall?
It's going to take a minute. Where's that? They don't have the elite talent that they've always had.
They do not.
They have not had a great season in a long time.
He's going to bring a handful of Tulaneers over, and
I'm not
it's
sure
not
that's
going
to be enough.
And no, the expectations in this article for Florida is 8 wins or more.
Yeah, get to a bowl game.
That's about right. All right, we're look what's up on the screen here. We got all sorts of sports up here. Bunch of different things we're watching here. Biathlon, curling. It's all right here. We get to watch it right here in the studios. You can also watch it right over on KSL5 television.
Yep.
And speaking of which, that's also we're going to be able to dip in with our own Sam Farnsworth, who's at the games there in northern Italy. He's going to give us some thoughts on the first few days. Now we're starting to get into those medal counts. Now we're starting to look at some of these tables stack up here. Team USA, massive win today on the ice against Team Canada. Stay here, 97.5 KSL Sports Zone.
Your home for the best coverage of the Jazz, Utes, and Cougars is right here on The Zone. This is JJ and Alex on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
All right, everybody, welcome back. JJ and Alex at 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. We've got the four-way TV situation here in the studio, so I'm watching the bronze medal curling match between Great Britain and Italy.
Where's the Americans?
They were in the gold medal game today.
Oh.
Yeah. It was the first time I think we've gotten a medal in mixed doubles.
Mixed doubles
yes,
curling.
Yes. So you can tune into that. I don't know how people do with the scheduled watching stuff. So I'm not gonna totally give it away, but yeah, we were in the gold medal match. So at the very least, you know that they will pull up a silver or a gold out of this situation. So that's how it works. So if you're in the gold medal game, you know you're at least getting second. Team USA, by the way, kicking off their action against Latvia this Thursday in the men's hockey side of things. Women's hockey, how about a 5-0 blowout of Canada? Take that, friends to the north. These are the only two teams that kind of seem like they matter in the women's hockey realm, right, at these tournaments.
Yeah, pretty much.
The last, I think, 9 Olympics or whatever it was have featured Canada and U.S. at some point. I think that in the last 7, Canada is 4. So in the last 7 Olympics, Canada and U.S. have had to face off against one another in the gold medal game. Canada's 4-2 against the Americans all time. So they've got the edge there, but the edge today going, and this is just group play.
That's a butt kicking.
I mean, they absolutely trashed them. Good. 5-0. I'm nervous about the men's team in Canada because it's supposed to get down to them too, and I get worried about it. We're going to be chatting hopefully with Sam Farnsworth here, who's there live in Italy covering the Olympics here. We were just talking about expectations of some of these coaches, and I was thinking about the same thing for the expectations of some of these. I mean, expectations at the NFL head coaching level now are going to be absurd this next year. You had so many first-time coaches who were in their 30s who did pretty darn good.
Yeah.
You think about Ben Johnson going in there doing that job. That's why the Clint Kubiak hire for the Raiders, I think it's almost a little bit of a we're just following the trend kind of a deal. Oh, we're gonna go in there and do what everybody else does. Hire a brilliant coordinator, a 30-something at the head coach spot, and he won the Super Bowl the night before, and then the very next morning he and his family were getting off the Davis family private jet on the tarmac there at Henderson Airport. So, or at what's it called? Oh no, Harry
Reid?
Is it Harry Reid?
I don't know. It used to be something else.
Harry S. Truman?
There he is.
Yeah, what the longtime senator out of Nevada.
Yeah.
It's named after him. So anyway.
He's no longer with us.
Well, geez, didn't have to go dark. I assumed. You get an airport named after you, you're probably dead. All right? It goes without saying. So my question to you is, new coaches across the league, is it better to get the retreads or is it better to go and just take a wild shot at it? I think it's a franchise to franchise situation. I feel like the Raiders are not a franchise that should be taking a shot at a 30-something guy.
I thought, what did they do last year? That didn't work so well for them. Going with Pete Carroll, I thought that was the safest hire of the cycle. Like Pete, perfect. You know, it's not a long-term hire, but Pete Carroll's going to go in there, and he's going to instill the culture that has been successful for him at multiple stops, and he's going to help that team learn how to win and make some progress. It was a complete disaster.
Yeah.
And it started with their offensive coordinator, Chip Kelly, who was way overpaid, and they got nothing out of it. It didn't work. Offense, defense, special teams, none of it worked. So I think the Raiders are doing the right thing by going with a young offensive mind that can give them a different look and a different feel. I think you look around the league, and you're right. You bring up some of these young head coaches that got their shot. You see what happened in Seattle. I mean, everybody wants that now. Right? And they went defense with that hire, but it worked.
Was this his third year, by the way?
Second.
Second year coaching.
Second year.
Again.
Oof. Crazy, right?
Bonkers.
Like Vrabel. in his second year with the Patriots.
All I could do is every time Mike McDonald came on the screen, I was just like imagining JJ going, "This robotic, no personality coach."
I don't. I mean, it sounds like I'm putting him down, but I'm not. Like the dude is just. He is a football coach.
He's made to be a football coach.
If you built a football coach with AI, it would pump out Mike McDonald. He's great.
He has like. Do you notice too? His eyes have no color to them; they're just black.
I know. Well, all season long, you never saw any emotion out of him.
He looks like he's the Terminator. Now I can't unsee it because I look at him.
You see him at the end of the Super Bowl, and he just stands there. He doesn't know what to do. I know he was having a moment, but it looked like he just didn't even know what to do.
I think what you're watching is they hit him with the Gatorade, so his whole system short-circuited.
Yeah, he had an electrical problem. Somebody had to get in there and clean it up. He started to glitch.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about that, but I'm not demeaning him in any way. That's how he operates, and it works. And right now, you could say he's one of the top 3 to 5 coaches in the NFL. I don't know who has an argument right now that they're better because that defense is unbelievable. And so, yeah, I think it's good for NFL teams to go find that young guy that has the fire and the work ethic and the desire to do things right and turn things around. But you can't do it without a good GM. A head coach is not going to solve your problem alone. The whole system has to be great.
Yeah.
And it's no shock, Alex. You look around the league, the Jets, the Raiders, the Cardinals. How come these coaches don't work in these spots? Why can't they get these hires right? It's because it starts at the top, and the owner sucks, or the GM doesn't know what he's doing. It's not always the coach. And these coaches will take whatever job they can get because there's only 32 in the world. So you're going to take any opportunity you can get, but sometimes it's not going to work out, and it's not your fault necessarily. It's because you're working for an organization that's dysfunctional.
Okay, you got a couple things going on. You got the first-time coaches that have ever coached. Then you have some retreads, guys getting another shot in another city. Okay, I'm just going to I need a quick yes or no answer that it's going to work out long-term for these guys. Mike LaFleur at the Arizona Cardinals.
No. Again, Cardinals. No.
Kevin Stefanski rolling into Atlanta. Got a new do.
What have the Falcons done? What have they done?
They added a lot of talent, had a lot of talent.
Mid.
Had a lot of talent, and then couldn't convert it. Yep.
Sorry, not going to happen. Not going to help them.
Go 8-9 in the NFC South.
He'll be a little bit better there than he was at Cleveland.
Okay. Jesse Minter at the Ravens.
Yes. Home run hire.
You think that'll be great?
Yes.
Okay. How about Joe Brady for the Buffalo Bills taking over?
I'm skeptical.
I am too. It
first
felt like
time
the
head coach, offensive coordinator. It felt like they just hired him to keep some continuity with your quarterback. And I don't know. That's probably not the way you should be making decisions. It may work, but it feels to me like the problems with the Bills were not their offense, right? What are they going to do on defense? That defense was not good enough, and I'm not sure how that hire helps them in that respect.
This is a fun game. Todd Monken at the Cleveland Browns. Monken's an interesting thought because
again, Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, it's the Browns that are the problem.
Not going to work.
The coach has to be a good fit too. He might be a great coach. Bad place to be.
Right.
Clint Kubiak at the Raiders.
No chance.
Oh wow.
Nope.
A no chance?
Name the Raiders coach in the last 30 years that's had an immense amount of success outside of John Gruden. Go ahead and name him.
Boo.
Go.
I don't know.
30 years. Who? Go. Gruden got him to a Super Bowl. John Gruden, which is crazy, he's blackballed right now. John Gruden's a great head coach. I thought John Gruden did a phenomenal job with the Raiders and took that break and then came back. But he won with the Raiders, and you look back and see how hard that was to do.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, he didn't win. He didn't take the Raiders to the Super Bowl. He took the Bucs to the Super Bowl and won it.
Yeah, they won it then.
He came back and coached the Raiders, and obviously that didn't even go well.
Yeah.
So you can make an argument that John Gruden with the Raiders didn't even work.
There, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? So he wins the Super Bowl in Tampa, but he can't get the thing off the ground in Oakland when they were in Oakland? Come on. Did he coach 1 year in Vegas? I feel like he was with Derek Carr for 1 year in Vegas, maybe. Maybe.
Antonio Pierce was a good little, I don't know.
Oh, God. Jeez. Yeah.
9-17, his head coaching record, by the way, Antonio Pierce.
Ugh. It just doesn't work for anybody
all right,
there.
Finally, let me see here. I was looking at all these coaches, and it's just okay. John Harbaugh at the Giants.
Oh, yeah. Home
You
run
think it's
hire.
gonna go great?
Oh, my gosh. He's got – and I think their GM actually is pretty good, and they did a really good job in that draft recently.
Yeah. Their defense is
The
good.
Maras, I mean, I don't know.
Their defense is
the
good.
ownership is strange because they've had a lot of success over the years, and obviously, Eli Manning and those 2 Super Bowls were great, but they've underachieved for quite a bit. But it feels like the personnel they got now with they got the quarterback, they got the running back, they got a pass rush. If they can build up that offensive line, I think the Giants can emerge as a team because you look at the NFC East and it's really not that. I mean, the Eagles are still on top, but how much longer does this Eagles regime last? The Commanders, I'm not sure that that's for long. And the Cowboys are mid. The Giants have an opportunity there with the talent they've brought in, with the right coach to take off, and I think they will.
All right.
Robert Saleh at the Tennessee Titans?
Robert Saleh is another retread?
No, I don't think that's going to work either.
How about Mike McCarthy at your Pittsburgh Steelers?
I think that's not going to go very
I
well,
don't think so either.
which is going to be hard for the Steelers and their organization.
My math that I'm adding up here
I know he's
is-
from Pittsburgh, but just being from somewhere
Yeah.
where you're coaching isn't enough.
The math that I'm adding up here is the only legacy coach, or the only coach that's been there that's redoing it, is John Harbaugh. That's the one we think that actually could make it work. All the younger guys actually have a little bit more of a, I like that guy. So, all right.
Yep.
We'll take a break. Let's get a response from Sam Farnsworth. He has no idea where he even is right now. Lost in the Alps. But apparently the shuttle picked him up, so he's on his way. When we get good connection, we're going to get with Sam Farnsworth. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, let's take a little bit of a break. We have a Would You Rather around the corner. Don't miss any of it right here, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
As JJ and Alex ask, would you rather?
All right, everybody, welcome back. JJ and Alex, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Guess what today is, JJ?
Tuesday?
It's Tuesday, and we're not at the All-Star break just quite yet. We saw some games.
It is, though, Jazz Ticket Tuesday.
That's what I'm
to be
saying.
more specific.
Now, if they were on the break, we wouldn't have any tickets to give you right now. But it's Jazz Ticket Tuesday, so we have tickets to give you. Ready? Call in number 12, 801-575-ZONE. That's 801-575-ZONE. Call in number 12 gets themselves a pair of tickets to see the Jazz and the Trailblazers. Oh, that's on Thursday. Yeah, a couple days from now. Yeah, there you go, February 12th at Delta Center, 7 p.m. 801-575-ZONE, 801-575-9663. And there you go. Get those tickets going. We're doing this every hour, too. Nice. Love it. Love when we give out stuff. JJ, bronze medal in curling. We just so happen to be watching the bronze medal.
Congratulations to Italy. Didn't they win?
No, sorry. Yeah, Italy did win it. Sorry, I didn't want to go. So, silver in curling. Bronze in luge. Because we're also watching luge. And
I would rather get a bronze in luge.
That's a sport for
No offense to the curlers out there.
I mean, a silver medal looks great.
You're great competitors. You're good at what you do. But there is an intensity and a danger with luge that I cannot comprehend.
If you upgraded it to a gold medal in curling, though?
No.
Wow. Bronze in luge?
Look at these lugers.
Excuse you?
Lugers.
It's a sport of bad A's for sure.
Look at them.
That is.
They make it look
wild.
easy, but one bad thing, people have been killed in this event.
Oh yeah. They just
In the
showed a lady
Olympics.
standing next to the track, and it doesn't look like this on TV because you just think it's like kind of banked a little bit.
Yeah.
It is a wall straight up that they're going around.
Has anyone been killed in curling at the Olympics? Like a loose broom or something? No.
Could always start this year.
If you're performing in a sport that can kill you, I'm giving the nod to the sport that can kill you.
Bronze in that rather than
Bronze
gold
and luge as opposed to gold in curling.
I'd take the gold all day. Are you kidding?
Like, what do you do when you're done with your curling career?
You keep doing it because
you're really
you
good
can.
at brooming.
You don't. You can keep doing it because your local bar in Wisconsin has a curling place. They pay you to show up and make appearances.
Well, that's just, you have to clean the floor after everyone gets a street glizzy.
Ew.
That's what you do. I don't know if you're that good with a broom, I don't know what you do after this. What's the next step in your career?
Let me see. I'm just asking a quick question. How many athletes have died doing luge? Just real quick. Trying to figure some things out. Oh, wow. So these are actually during World Championships and or Olympic.
Oh, my gosh.
Olympic,
Really?
Or Olympic
This
events.
is going to get grim.
It is. But there's only 3. So Kazimierz Skarapetski in 1964 during a practice run at the Olympics. 1969, Stanislaw Paczka, who died training also at the World Championships. And then, this one I remember.
Yeah.
2010 in Vancouver.
Yes.
This is the guy who died during the training
I'll
run
never forget it.
at the Olympics.
Yep.
2010. I remember this.
Yep.
Oh, boy, devastating. But, yeah,
It's
not
a horrific
mentioning.
video. You can hear him hit the post. And
Oh,
it's
boy. Napolis, you do a little research to see how many people have died in curling? We'll get back to it. We'll come back and we'll figure some
There's
more
got to be
out.
somebody, right? Somebody got hit by a runaway rock and then fell on the ice or something?
The thing is that these athletes are on like the world championship like circuits of their sport. They live some pretty cool lives, man. They live some pretty cool. Like Lindsey Vonn, that's why she wanted to come back. You go hit the World Cup circuit. It's awesome.
Yeah.
They're staying at the San Moritz and in all
Some
these.
of the most beautiful settings in the
Yes.
world. You get to be there. You're competing in those beautiful settings.
Did you know one of the championships that Lindsey Vonn won a cow
She want a cow.
and she kept it
A
because
cow
they were
you
like,
could milk?
yes, it was. That's
It's a
exactly
gift that
what
keeps on giving.
it was a dairy cow, but it was over in Europe, and she's like, I'm not going to try to ship this thing over. They were like, we'll just cut you a check for the money. It was kind of a funny thing. She goes, I want the cow.
She milk it or use it for beef?
No, she put it with one of her friends there in Europe who had a farm, and she like had calves, and like Lindsey Vonn had like a miniature farm animal situation. She had like 6 cows that she owned at her friend's farm in Europe. And then she's like, yeah. And then they're like, oh, and do you keep doing it? She goes, no, those guys didn't make it. And
They didn't.
that was
it.
yeah. I think they were all eaten at some point. So
That's kind of how
they're
it
like,
works.
I know, that's what I'm saying. They're like, no,
You milk 'em or you eat 'em.
I'm not raising cows anymore. And those are my only ones that I've raised so far, and really for somebody else, and they didn't make it. She's like, we didn't have high hopes that they would make it. They're no longer with us.
Oh, man. Rest in peace,
I know.
Lindsey Vonn's cows.
I'm telling you, you go on some cool. You learn some cool stuff with all this. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna get ourselves a reset on the hour here. So top of the hour, we're gonna get Jonathan Tavernari in. Oh boy, JT's got some explaining to do for BYU's
he's going to have some takes.
suffering basketball program right now. Losers of 4 in a row, and a 5 out of the last 6. Hey, Provo, what happened? That's all coming up in just a little bit. Before we get out, though, we've got a Win Ticket Wednesday to remind you of. This Wednesday, you can win tickets to see Brian Reagan for Valentine's Day on Saturday. Let's get this thing going. You win some tickets, you win the weekend there. Brian Regan at Delta Center. So listen all day tomorrow, and you can be a winner on our Win Ticket Wednesdays. Or you can go to SeatGeek.com right now and get some tickets for yourself. We'll come back, talk to JT, right around the corner, 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone.